This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, we cover the Bay with the best in high school sports. We have highlights from Jay Butterfield and Liberty as the Lions battle Monte Vista. Sacred Heart Prep takes on Half Moon Bay, and Campo Lindo meets McClymonds.
Our season with Valley Christian football continues as the Warriors face Clovis West. Great volleyball action with St. Francis and Palo Alto, and we'll meet the Skyline football star and see how he's becoming a school leader. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin this week on the island of Alameda. The Island Bowl is an annual tradition where the two Alameda high schools, Ensenada and Alameda, meet for island bragging rights.
That's right. It's the 65th annual game, with Ensenada holding a 4-game lead in the series. The Jets and Hornets Friday night.
The 65th annual Island Bowl, Alameda hosting Ensenada. The Jets strike first. Isaiah Smith punches one in to put Ensenada on the board. Soon after, Jets back in possession, but Alameda forces a fumble. Kyle Arndt will eventually come up with this one, and the Hornets try to get something going, but Ensenada takes over. 3.5 minutes left in the half. Isaiah Smith breaks away and won't look back. A 60-yard touchdown gives the Jets a 21-0 lead at halftime. Ensenada doesn't let up in the second half. 18 seconds in, Archie Cole is running away with this one down the sideline and straight to the end zone. But Cole isn't done yet, because later in the third, Cole breaks through and sprints to the finish for his second score of the night. Ensenada puts the bow on in this game. In the first minute of the final quarter, QB David Romero Reinhold skies this one in the air and hits Keir Stewart in the end zone. A 40-yard touchdown seals the deal for the Jets, who win Alameda bragging rights with the win in the Island Bowl.
Glad to meet you, glad to meet you. This is Menlo hosting Santa Clara Friday afternoon. Menlo with a couple of big runs from Samson Axe. This one good for 41 yards down to the Menlo 8. The Knights punch it in from there, 7-0. And now here's Rocco Rowley to throw, and it's complete over the middle to Gabe Lopez for an important first down. The Bruins keep rocking and rolling as Rocco Rowley tosses into the end zone for Joseph Hernandez, and we are tied at 7-all. Bruins back in business later in the second, tosses to Gary Brown, the third, and he takes the pass and races down the far sideline, 24 yards, and a Bruins first down. The drive stalls, and the Bruins kick a 28-yard Dino Belsajic field goal to take a 10-7 lead. Same score in the third as the Bruin defense continues to come up big as Lopez comes in for the tackle for a loss. Huge play here as Rowley throws out to Brown, and Gary breaks the tackle, gets free, and races 81 yards to give Santa Clara a 16-7 lead. Menlo comes back, though, as Kevin Alarcon fires over the middle, and look at this catch by Jaden Richardson, who makes a spectacular one-handed grab as the defenders collide. Richardson is in, and it's a 2-point game with 2 minutes to play. Menlo tries the onside kick, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Santa Clara wins it 16-14. The Bruins get a big game from Brown to go to 2-1 on the season.
In Pacifica, Terra Nova hosting Half Moon Bay Monday night. Game 1, Cougars trying to get something going. Alexis Garcia leaps and hits her mark early on, but the Tigers would jump out ahead. Gabby Colvin pummels it to the floor to help Terra Nova win the first set 25-13. Half Moon Bay fighting for game 2. Sarah Hawkins finds the opening and spikes it to give the Cougars an early 8-4 lead. It was close all game, but Mia Etheridge slams it down inbounds to keep the steady lead. Cougars take game 2 25-22. Early on in game 3, Cassie Grosdanich leaps and tips this one over. It was back and forth for a while. Haley Sperendi drills this one home to make it 9-9 at this point, but the Tigers would make a run for it. Ari Herrera hits her target, and there's no stopping this one. Terra Nova takes game 3 25-16. They keep the momentum going in game 4. Amanda Murad sets it to Ali Skafuis for the kill. A 14-1 Tiger run starts the first, and the Tigers defense seals the deal. Grosdanich throws it back the other way. A strong 25-12 game 4 for the Tigers secures the win for Terra Nova.
The Northgate Broncos getting last-minute instructions from Coach Jim McClellan before the game. Heritage on the board first. Aisha Passamonte passes inside to Ella Simone, who fights off two defenders and gets the backhand shot for the goal. The Broncos tie it up a few moments later. Then Autumn Geckler lobs it over to freshman Eveline Vecchio, and she fires it past the keeper to give Northgate a 2-1 lead. Back come the Patriots. Emma Lappin heaves it down the pool to Kylie Murphy on the break, and Kylie shoots and scores to tie it at 2-2. Northgate answers right back. Ainsley McNulty with a lob pass to Vecchio, and Vecchio converts from close range. Heritage now taking control. Caitlin Johnson finds Ella Simone, and Ella fights off another defender and finds the back of the net as the Patriots take a 5-4 lead into the half. The Patriots would pull away in the second half. Passamonte over to Simone, who gets the behind-the-back shot past the goalie as Heritage wins it 12-6 for the Patriots' fourth win of the season. Ella Simone leading the charge with 7 goals.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riker Center.
It's a brand new rap every week. Here are the Players of the Week.
49ers Cal High Sports Report from the Riker Center. It's Rahm and Jamal on the rhyme in the beat. Check it. You couldn't scare the living Dalen McLemore from the line. A quarterback for the Sarah Padres, born in his prime under the lights of Levi Stadium. His name would shine versus the Menlo Atherton Bears, who were beasts by design. 193 yards, 16 out of 20 passing. 2 TDs like baby you seeing that money splashing. Starting the season with 2 wins over big names. Get pumped like the air and the ball that this kid drains. Next is Cal running back Giovanni Phillips. This kid is a Mr. Big Shot. Shout out Chauncey Billups. The Grizzlies are good. We gave him some freedom in the form of a tough opponent. They stay undefeated with 2 touchdowns, scoring twice on 13 carries, averaging over 12 yards per. Certainly scary for a junior. He's like, good afternoon, sir. Do you have any room for me to zoom and consume, sir? Or maybe some grapefruit pollen. These are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Hernias are a protrusion of tissue through an area of weakness. Most commonly, they can cause a bulge in the groin or a belly button. In sports, there's a special type of hernia that can occur. Rather than a bulge, a sports hernia results in pain. It's pains in the groin area that can be confused with a groin strain. It occurs from an imbalance between the inner thigh muscle or adductor and your stomach muscle or rectus abdominis. There is a significant association between sports hernias and hip impingement, so both need to be assessed for groin soreness.
Coming up, 2 of the very best in the NCS as Liberty takes on Monte Vista.
And Los Gatos takes on Los Altos in the pool next.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. You sure I can do this?
Yeah, it's what we've been planning for.
Thank you. Hey, boy.
Hey, baby.
You know how I said I've been working on something big, right?
Sure.
This house is officially yours. You own it.
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works.
That's the look.
And our integrated approach to wealth management helps make sure your money keeps working as hard as you do.
The biggest summer sale ever is here at South County Hyundai of Gilroy, where all of Northern Cali shops. Over 400 cars and SUVs to save on. Get $7,000 off all new Hyundai Elantras in stock. Here's the real deal. The award-winning Sonatas starting at $16,888. 2019 Hyundai Kona Automatic, only $15,888. All 2019 Ioniq Electric in stock, $6,000 off MSRP. More green with less green. What? South County Hyundai of Gilroy.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by DIABLO Motors. Life's too short to drive a crummy car.
We are back at Levi Stadium with two of our top 10 teams going at it this week. The Liberty Lions are 3-0 coming into this game with two close games the last 2 weeks.
The Lions travel to Danville to meet the Monte Vista Mustangs. It's a huge game, so it's our Diablo Motors NCS Monster game, and our Wesley Boone was there.
Monster game. Yeah.
We're at Heritage High School where the Monte Vista Mustangs are preparing to take on the Liberty Lions. And the Lions, well, they're paced by their star quarterback, Jay Butterfield. He's already tallied over 500 yards passing and 5 touchdowns on the young season, and he'll be looking to add to those numbers tonight. For Monte Vista, Jacob Oliphant doing it on offense and defense for the Stangs last week, a pick 6 and a touchdown catch. The Mustangs hoping to see more of the same from him tonight. It's Monte Vista taking on Liberty in our Diablo Motors Monster game. Packed house at Heritage Stadium. These fans were in for a good one. First quarter, Oregon commit Jay Butterfield. This is just smooth. Finds Aoki Kapua Flores. That looked too easy. Lions up 7-0. Monte Vista strikes back. Jack Stewartson showing off the cannon. Hope he has a permit for that thing. Nate Regina says, "That's mine." Fights through the tackle. He's making a house call. 70 yards later, this game is knotted at 7. Lions in Mustang territory. Not for long. Doink. Noah Rivas brings it in. He's off to the races. Finally going to be brought down right here. But it's deep in Lion territory. That's going to set up another Mustang touchdown. Stewartson, he's going to pick up the phone, dials Regina's number. Regina, he always collects. Touchdown number 2. It's 14-10 at the half. Mustangs. Third quarter, Darian Bartley, the workhorse. Watch this. Pump those legs, young man. It only takes, 37 Mustangs to bring him down. He'd punch it in later in the drive. Lions take the lead. Mustangs on the comeback trail. Damian Taylor, he's a defensive lineman, folks. Showing off the hands. Wow, comes up with the pick. And that's going to set up this. Sebi Lee takes the handoff, cuts back across the defense. Easy money. Lions hold a 24-14 lead in the fourth quarter. Mustangs, they don't quit. Stewartson finds, you guessed it, Regina, the trifecta, 3 touchdowns. They've got a chance. Time is expiring. A field goal would tie it. Not today. No bonus football. Liberty hangs on for the win. Darian Bartley, 40 carries, 184 yards. He was ready for the workload.
I mean, me and Coach Sparks is like father, like son. You know, he believed in me even when I mess up. So I just say, it's all about believing. It's all about just achieving and doing it. So really, I just put all my trust into my coach, and he put it into me as well.
From Brentwood, Wesley Boone for 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Nail check. The Los Altos girls getting ready to face Los Gatos in the pool, and it's Los Gatos striking first. Mackenzie Lindham passes it to a wide-open Zoe Frangie, and the sophomore looks for an opening and finds one to give the Wildcats a 2-0 lead. But Los Altos answers. Mei Zhang tosses it to Silky Tools from way out, and the Silky senior buries it in the corner for the equalizer. The Eagles score 3 in a row for the lead. It's Emily Zhu to Olivia Cairns, who goes top shelf, and Los Altos takes a 3-2 lead when that rocket goes in. But the Wildcats pull ahead to lead the entire second half. Here's Maylee Isaacs battling tough coverage. She goes for the long shot, and it's good. Los Gatos in control now. Allie Temple finds Jordan Foster in the hole. The junior tosses it over the goalie. Good touch there. And the Wildcats go on to win it 8-5 to advance to 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in the De Anza division. Each week, 49ers Prep, South County Chrysler, and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award.
This week's Coach of the Week is Joe Bates from Skyline. Skyline starts off the season 2-0 and are looking very good.
Joe Bates will get a grant for $1,000 from the 49ers Foundation, and he will be invited to see a 49ers practice later in the season. Joe Bates, our South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. This is a play exemplifying the kind of great work at Albany's Construction. Doing the dirty work this week is sophomore linebacker from Valley Christian, Will Cuddy. Will comes flying in for the sack and gets the job done, just like Albany's Construction.
Coming up, Sacred Heart Prep traveling to Half Moon Bay.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Volleyball Power Rankings.
I was in pain all the time.
Terinia was diagnosed with spine issues from a car crash. The neurosurgery team at Stanford Healthcare came up with a way to ease her pain. Using leading-edge imaging along with robotic surgery, doctors corrected Terinia's spinal condition. Stanford is one of the few hospitals in California pioneering this less invasive approach.
I don't have words for it, really. It's amazing.
When it matters most, patients turn to Stanford Healthcare. Discover more at stanfordhealthcarenow.org.
I'm Greg Meyer, owner of DIABLO Motors Auto Sales. We offer highest quality detailing services to keep your car looking its very best. More than just the local drive-through car wash options. Our expert detailing staff will go over every inch of your car, including inside, outside, and under the hood. Our services include professional paint correction, paint restoration, paint protection, sap removal, and headlight restoration. We also do bumper repair, rim repair, and paintless dent removal. So come see us in San Ramon. Get your car looking like new. DIABLO Motors, the nice, honest, non-dealerish car store.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
We're Gunnison High School Grizzly Cheer Team, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the Sacred Heart Prep Gators coming in at 2-0 with Tavita Moy, the leading rusher with 127 yards, and Dante Cachon, the leading receiver with 100 yards.
The Gators meeting a Half Moon Bay team also 2-0, scoring 83 points in their first two games. The Gators and Cougars at Half Moon Bay Friday night.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. Beautiful night in Half Moon Bay as the Cougars battle Sacred Heart Prep. Half Moon Bay with the big first quarter. This is QB William Moffitt taking it in from short range, 7-0 Cougars. The Half Moon Bay D was in the Gator backfield all night long. Cade Duncan getting the sack here. Then a botch snap on a punt puts the Cougars on the doorstep again. Moffitt again, a nice run, and the Cougars score on the next play, 14-0. Second quarter, and the Cougars special teams comes up big. Christian Haro racing in to block the punt, and then a short time later, it's Tristan Hoffman taking the handoff and scampering in, and Half Moon Bay has a 20-0 lead. The Gators looking to battle back. Teddy Purcell throws to Dante Cachon, and Dante with a nice gain up the far sideline, but the Gators do not score as the Half Moon Bay D comes up big again. Nohea Sharp steps in front of the receiver and picks it off. Nice play by Sharp. And that led to another Cougars score. This is Hoffman with his third TD of the night as Half Moon Bay goes to 3-0 on the season with a very impressive 40-0 win.
The Foothill Falcons traveling over to San Ramon to take on Cal High, a packed crowd expecting big things. Foothill starting off hot. Ishana Ram setting it up for Nia Williamson, and she gets the kill to land. Foothill runs away with the first. Williamson trying to deliver the kill. Sadie P for Cal keeps it off the floor. Lee with the set. Aguilera puts some heat on it, and Cal takes the second set. Emma Luke with the dig. Ram setting it up for Williamson. And these two teams trading blows in the third. Bain bumps to Lee, and then Pete, the assassin. The Bears are rolling. They're up 2-1. Good start in the fourth set for the Bears. Pete with the dig, Lee with the set, and Bain pushes it right over. Foothill comes storming back. Rams sets it up nicely for Clark, and Clark puts it in the back corner. Foothill takes set 4. We go to 5 sets. It's neck and neck when Lee gets the dig. Juliana Brazzini buries it in the back, and Foothill with a chance to win it. Ram with the set to Shruti Janalagada, and Foothill completes the comeback. Ishana Ram with 53 assists in this win. U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who amaze us each week.
Aubrey, this week we meet the enthusiastic leader at Skyline High School, Hezekiah Pemberton. Hezekiah has his life together now, but that's much different from what he was going through just 2 years ago.
Ready! Oh!
Hezekiah Pemberton is a confident leader for the Skyline Titans. You can hear his voice loud and clear at Skyline practice. But as a freshman, Hezekiah suffered from severe depression. He says it was something he built up inside over many years.
My whole life I've been like made fun of and punked and stuff like that. Even though I had the size to defend myself, I just never seen like me, because most people that mess with me, like they're small, and they probably were afraid of me, what I could do. So putting me down was probably the best way, and it worked because And the mindset I had is like, if I mess with them, they're smaller than me. So what does that make me look like? I'm not the big guy. Like, and I just let that overcome me, and I just put myself down.
Putting himself down led to negative feelings of self-doubt and self-worth.
Through my 9th grade, like, I would find myself every day after school, like even during after practice stuff, I would just go home, cry, and I didn't understand what I was going through. And at the moment, I didn't know I was going through depression, but I learned after I got out that I was.
There were 2 incidents after football practice that changed Hezekiah's outlook. He stuck up for himself for the first time, lashing out at 2 teens who were picking on him.
For me, I'm glad I blew up the way I did, because I could have been suicidal. I could have been wanting to hurt others, and I didn't. And it's not good to hold stuff in. If you have any problems, you better get a counselor, because I had a counselor, and that's what helped me find someone you're close to, even if, because I can talk to anybody about my problems, but like if you talk to a professional, that would really help.
For him to bring that up, that was huge in terms of us getting a plan together for him to support him. So we're excited, and we're also privileged to have him and for him to kind of share his story, what he's going through, and hopefully he's able to impact someone else that's going through that.
Now Hezekiah is a team captain, he's senior class president, and when something goes wrong, he's not afraid to laugh at himself.
Oh no! Yeah, I want to help the seniors, because I know we got a lot of potential, but I want to make sure this school is good and is built, like Skyline High School is like the foundation everywhere, even whether it be through sports, or I want the whole school to be returned to greatness. And I know this class can do it, and freshmen and sophomores, because they really got a lot of potential, and I can see good things in them.
He loves leadership. He loves to step in and be that guy we can count on. He doesn't care how good you are or how much a lack of talent that you have. He'll step in and try to either guide you in the right direction.
That desire to lead is why Hezekiah is speaking out. He wants other teens with depression to know they are not alone in their struggles. There is a way out.
I want to be that spark of energy, like when nobody has it in the room. I want to like start that fire. I want to be the igniter. I want to do all that, and that's what I would tell people. Like, you got to really love yourself before anybody else do, and respect yourself, because that's very important.
Confident and enthusiastic, Hezekiah was a spark for the Titans on this play, recovering the onside kick. When the game was won, he was not afraid to have his voice heard loud and clear.
Let's go!
Hezekiah feels very strongly about telling his story so other teens with depression can know there is a way out for everyone.
And class president.
Very impressive.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
Thank you, Robert. Wellstrong has teamed up with 49ers for physical therapy and sports rehabilitation centers throughout the Bay Area.
Each week, Wellstrong brings us concussion prevention tips from their team of outstanding doctors. Here's Dr. Anthony Saglin-Benny with this week's tip.
Preventing a concussion is difficult, but there are some common sense steps you can take. Wear the helmet certified for your sport that fits properly. Never use your head as the focal point of contact. Don't tackle head first. Although not proven, strengthening your neck muscles and using a mouth guard can be helpful. Be safe and use common sense.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Berkeley battles Oskalon.
And later, the season with Valley Christian football continues as we meet the Warriors' longtime team manager.
Tri-Counties Bank presents a unique brand of service with solutions, a welcoming and listening style of banking with solutions that help improve your financial well-being. With easy access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, advanced mobile banking, banker support by phone 7 days a week, and an extensive community-based branch network, you're never far from a friendly face. It's easy to switch to better banking. Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions.
Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked our doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with SmartTrack technology. Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces, so I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles. That's why Invisalign aligners have transformed millions of smiles.
Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai. Drive a little, save a lot. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. We are back at the NBC Sports Studio. The Acalanes Dons are off to a nice start with outstanding junior quarterback Brady Hutchinson already with 645 passing yards this season.
Yeah, but the Dons taking on a very talented Berkeley team. The Jackets with a 2-0 record under head coach James Hodgins, the former NFL fullback. Berkeley at Acalanes Friday night. It's our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Our Sandeep Chandak was there.
Acalanes is ready to rock and roll in its matchup against Berkeley. On the Dons' second drive, Brady Hutchinson gives it to Jake Delaney, and Delaney is off to the races. He's gone. Dons on the board, 7-0, 4 minutes left in the first. Here comes Delaney yet again, showing off the wheels. This time he parts the defense like it's the Red Sea. Another one for number 3. Acalanes leads by 1 touchdown with seconds remaining in the first. Berkeley on the following kickoff return. Enter Jasper Rowe. This dude has serious speed. He bounces the boundary, and that's all the room he needs. He takes it 99 yards for the touchdown. Berkeley ties it up at 14 going into the second quarter. Pivotal play for the Yellow Jackets. Next Acalanes possession. Hutchinson rides the play action, flicks it off to Lucas Eppinger, and Lucas takes it from there. He flies down the field for the 75-yard touchdown. Dons back on top by a score with 10 minutes remaining in the half. Look at him go. Berkeley's ball. Makai Finney hanging in the pocket. Shakes off multiple defenders right here and still manages to sling it out to Dante Searcy. And Dante makes a couple moves and takes it 72 yards to the house. Berkeley trails by a touchdown with 9 minutes remaining in the half. A couple minutes later, Hutchinson at the top of his drop and rifles it to Miles Bergman in the middle of the field with 3:30 remaining in the half. After the Bergman setup, Hutchinson keeps the read option and lunges for the end zone. Touchdown Dons, who lead 36-21 after a 2-point conversion into halftime. 10 minutes left in the third. Finney drops back and sends a strike to Dwayne McDougal, who shakes a defender and finds the end zone. Dons lead 36-28. Acalanes really pushed the throttle down in the fourth and puts the icing on the cake with this Delaney touchdown. The Dons go on to defeat Berkeley 57-28. Behind big games from Delaney and Hutchinson, we caught up with them after the win. Well, tonight on Friday the 13th, it was Berkeley High School that was unlucky as Acalanes got the win here on their home field. Hey, Dons, how does that win feel? All right, Jake, you're our game MVP. Go ahead and grab that shirt, show them what it's about. 4 touchdowns tonight. What's it like to have a career night like that?
Man, it was a lot of fun. I tell the boys before every game, all gas, no breaks.
All gas, no breaks. Hey, that last touchdown you got, you had to fight for it, though. You know, what can you say about your offensive line that was pushing for you?
I appreciate every one of them, and I'm cooking steaks, boys. Let's go.
Yeah! Hey, steaks for the whole squad. All right. Luke, you had an interception tonight. How crucial was that to the win tonight?
Oh, it was really big. I had some blockers in front of me, so thanks for that. I needed 2 more yards, but the pick, I'll definitely take it. So, yeah, it was crucial.
Are you going to have one of those steaks your boy's going to cook for you?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
All right, last up, we got my guy Brady. Brady, you were the quarterback, 4 touchdowns tonight. How are you guys able to get it going on offense?
I mean, we were just looking to run the ball the whole game, and that kind of opened up the passing and gave us some holes to find and get some first downs and some yards.
Well, you guys got first downs, you got yards also. And most importantly, they got the win tonight. Hey, Dons, take us home.
Here come the Northgate Broncos as they host Clayton Valley Tuesday night. The Broncos in charge early. Lauren Vendel to Paris Haraguchi. Quick set to Tui Solani, and the sophomore puts it away. Lily Bender, a nice job covering the dump to Haraguchi. Deep to Vendel with a cross-court rip, and the Broncos take the first 25-17. A tight second, the Broncos go Bender to Haraguchi over to Olivia Patterson, who had a great match. She goes hardline there with a vicious smash. But it's the Ugly Eagles fighting back. Brenna Duggan and Casey Montgomery with the double block. It goes Zoe Mixon, Ileana Manoa deep outside to Duggan, and Brenna blasts it home as Clayton Valley takes the second 27-25. Third set, the Broncos again with an early lead. Patterson to Haraguchi to Ashley Bowen, who rips it home. Great Broncos D here as Josie Boswell puts up a strong block, and Josie felt good about that. Let's go! Broncos take the third 25-18. Fourth set as the Uggs fight back. Alexis De Leon to Manoa, a nice back set to Mixon, who puts it away. But the Broncos take charge from there. Caitlin Farrell to Haraguchi, left side to Bowen, and the junior with a big-time rip. Now late in the fourth as the Broncos put it away. Farrell to Haraguchi to the middle for Saluni, who crushes it off the block as Northgate wins it in 4 sets. Patterson leading the Broncos with 12 kills in the match. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Jessica Uehara from Milpitas Girls Volleyball. Jessica volunteers at a hospice in Milpitas. She helps feed the patients, spends time with them, and she makes sure they're as comfortable as possible in their final days. Jessica talks about why volunteering is so important to her.
Volunteering is important to me because I enjoy helping other people in the community that aren't as fortunate as I am, and I think it's really awesome that I got to discover one of my passions through my volunteer work.
Coming off the season with Valley Christian football, our behind-the-scenes look at the Warriors is next.
And later, it's Campolando battling McClymans as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
Back at Levi Stadium as we continue our season-long series on the Valley Christian football program.
The team enters the week 2-0 with the Warriors hitting the road for their first away game against Clovis West. Now, we can't get too far along in the series without meeting one of the most important members of the Valley Christian team. The season with Valley Christian football is brought to you by Mike LaBarbera of Terra Commercial Real Estate. Just like that, it's week 3. As players settle into their individual roles, this team has really started to come together. But this team will never be complete without the heart of the Warriors.
Go!
That's Andrew Watson.
How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
We look there.
Okay.
Andrew has been the Warriors team manager for the past 22 years.
So my first year here in '97 was the only year that he wasn't with me. The next year, he was our manager and has been our manager ever since.
He has trouble. He can't throw the ball. You can.
Okay. My 22nd year, and I love football.
It's good, Drew.
Drew can be found on the sidelines of every game. But after his 7th year as manager, head coach Mike Machado thought it was time for his role to change.
I wanted it to be about him. I wanted him to be the guy on the field, and I wanted our guys to be rooting him on. It was payback time.
In 2007, Machado founded the Football Camp for the Stars, so Andrew and other athletes with Down syndrome could get an authentic football experience.
I always love the camp for the Stars, making all those touchdowns.
There isn't anything that Andrew likes to do all year long more than football.
He loves the school, and it's given him his place within the Valley Christian Schools family.
It just means so much to him, and obviously his parents, that really, warms our heart a lot.
Andrew's parents say this program has been a blessing in their son's life, but Coach Machado believes it's the other way around.
He's my guy. When I come to practice, if he's not here, I know it, and I worry about him. He had an accident 2 years ago. A guy went off an on-ramp, went the wrong way, and went head-on with a car. Drew was in the back seat heading to practice. What it did to our team was unbelievable. Without him there, our guys noticed. So the lesson was learned. Our guys understood Drew and what his value was and how important he is to our program and how important they are to him.
Yeah, I'm good.
Drew just brings intensity to our games.
You know, we just all love him. We just show him so much respect. And like his presence here just makes our day so much better.
At 37 years old, Andrew has been here over half of his life, and he wants nothing more than to see his team win its first state title.
If they do that, I will go nuts.
The Warriors hop on the bus and take off for their first away game against Clovis West. After a 3-hour drive, the team arrives in Clovis. Soon after arrival, the Warriors find out no matter what, they'll be leaving this town with a win because Jurion and Jawan Dickey just found out their grandmother beat lung cancer.
Yes, she did. That's great news. Great news.
I feel excellent. My grandma's gonna live and keep on seeing me, keep on excelling.
Drive might have gotten to the Warriors early. Quarterback Corey Taylor with the completed pass, but the ball is punched out by Clovis West, and Dwayne Benjamin takes it back the other way. And after a pass from Bradley Senaway is caught by Isaiah Howard in the end zone, the Golden Eagles go up 6-0, and Valley trails in a game for the first time this season.
That's only 6 they're gonna get on that.
The Warriors get on the board early in the first. Chase Laubach powers his way into the north end zone, and a PAT puts Valley up 7-0. Clovis West putting together a nice drive, but Kavir Baines plays spoiler. The Valley offense takes over after the interception, and Laubach, let me tell you, Chase is having a fine season so far. 14-6 Valley.
I just can't come back and practice.
A minute before the half, Senaway completes the screen pass to Howard, and he slips through a few Valley defenders on his way in for 6. A missed 2-point conversion makes it 14-12 at halftime.
We're better now. That's at the end of the day, we're a better football team. Just like last year, boys. Get off the ball and let's take them down.
First Valley possession in the second half. Running back Isaiah McElvain is very, very fast. Touchdown Warriors.
Hey, get some water, and then I'm going to sub for you. Okay, we need you on defense.
All the pieces starting to pull together. Now Will Cuddy attacks the backfield. The sophomore continuing to average a sack a game. Now the Valley defense putting up points. Devin Vanderbilt picks it clean and takes it back the other way for the pick 6. Give Elijah McLemore his first TD of the season, and the Warriors start to feel good about the inevitable win.
You got what I need.
I think this is a good game for us. To have to come here and battle. You got a team that has the potential to make big plays.
In the second half, we were imposing our will more, just playing more physical, because in the first half, we were a little sluggish, so, you know, coming off the bus, it was a little hard, but we came out physical in the second half. It's overpowered.
We're gonna be on Cal High Sports Crew.
The Warriors are 3-0. Next week, the West Catholic League will have a bye week before starting league play.
All right, 3-0.
3-0 as they go into the regular season.
How was that drive to Fresno?
It was great.
Lovely. All right, if you'd like the entire game video from the games highlighted on the show tonight, you can order those on our website at 49erscalhighsports.com. Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ersCalHigh on Twitter and on Instagram. This season we'll have scores from every Bay Area football game on our Instagram feed by 11 every Friday night.
Give us a thumbs up on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
Coming up, the Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game. St. Francis takes on Palo Alto on the hardwood.
You won't want to miss that one, and another rivalry game as Live Oak meets Gilroy next.
Learn more about becoming a warrior. Visit us at vcs.net.
Did you know I grew up here? I used to come here every Saturday as a kid.
Do you still have family here?
A lot of cousins. It's nice to be back. This is it, the company's new home.
we'll finally have the space we need to keep expanding.
All the hard work is definitely paying off. Congratulations.
Thank you. At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works. And that's why we work hard, together, to help your business realize its full potential.
The biggest summer sale ever is here at South County Hyundai of Gilroy, where all of Northern Cali shops. Over 400 cars and SUVs to save on. Get $7,000 off all new Hyundai Elantras in stock. Here's the real deal. The award-winning Sonatas starting at $16,888. 2019 Hyundai Kona Automatic, only $15,888. All 2019 Ioniq Electric in stock, $6,000 off MSRP. More green with less green. What? South County Hyundai of Gilroy.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
Back at Levi Stadium with two outstanding volleyball teams as St. Francis meets Palo Alto. The St. Francis girls starting the season at 13-0.
Pally also looking very strong with some impressive wins already this season. Two of the Bay Area's best meeting in our Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Monster Game, yeah.
Big-time volleyball here at Palo Alto High School as the Vikings host the Lancers. St. Francis so far perfect coming into this game at 13-0. Look for junior opposite hitter Kira Kellerman leading the Lancers in kills with a 50.7 kill percentage. The Vikings are playing very well through a tough preseason with a big win over Midi. Senior Mia Gibbs had 19 kills and 3 blocks in the game and is committed to playing at Dartmouth next year. Two talented teams going head-to-head in our CCS Diablo Motors Monster Game.
Get ready for a good one. The Vikings take control early in set one. Rebecca Lim to Hillary Chung to Mia Gibbs for the kill. Now it's Kimmy Lilios to Kylie Mess to Amelia Vagrincic, who hits it over the block. Pally takes the first set by 10 points. But the Lancers come back to take the second set. Maggie Curtis bumps to Allison Coe, who sets Kira Kellerman in the corner for the slam. We head to the third set. Pally on the attack. Give it to Gibbs. The senior buries this one, and the Vikings take the third set 25-18. Fourth set went back and forth. St. Francis takes a 1-point lead with Lauren Scheffler laying down the hammer, but the Vikings answer back. It's Mess to Lilios to Vagrincic, who tips it over into no man's land to give Pally a 21-20 lead. Lancers on the move. Brooke Morey to Coe across court to Kellerman. She tools it off the block, and St. Francis forces a fifth set. The Lancers looking good on both sides. Kellerman puts up the block. St. Francis keeps the momentum. It's Silva to Coe to Sawana Lie, who finds hardwood. The Lancers take the fifth set by 7 points to stay undefeated on the season. We talked to the Lancers kill leader, Kira Kellerman, after the game.
I would say the team chemistry, because we all get along and we all love playing together. And we're all very competitive, and even my coach says we all could run through walls to get to ball, so just kind of shows how we're fighters.
In Palo Alto with our Monster Game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Rivalry alert. The Live Oak Acorns ready to take on the Gilroy Mustangs. The Acorns out the gate running. Junior Caleb Ojeda, or as we like to call him, CO2, on the quarterback keeper, breaking away and reaching for the pylon. He is in as Live Oak takes a 14-0 lead. The Acorns add on in the second. CO2 handing it to Messiah Salulala. 15 yards out, he hustles towards the end zone. Ref says he's down at the 1, but the Acorns finish the drive with a TD. Gilroy looking to get on the board before the half. Sophomore QB Jaden Perkins throws a crosser to Uriel Luna, and Uriel is gone 85 yards to the house to pull the Mustangs within 14 at the half. Big play by Luna. But Live Oak runs away in the second half. CO2 here rolling right and connecting with Elijah Fernandez in the end zone. It's 28-7. The Acorns in the lead. Fourth quarter now, sophomore Trent Cousins now in the shotgun for Live Oak. He fakes the handoff and takes off to the far sideline. No one's going to catch Cousins. The Live Oak Acorns go on to win big. 42-14 over their rivals in Gilroy to advance to 3-0 on the season.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor outstanding senior quarterback Jake Byrne. He is great on the field and in the classroom with a 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its girls volleyball squads. Freshman, JV, and varsity girls volleyball all had wins over tough opponents last week. The varsity team winning the blue division at the Milpitas Spike Fest and is now 6-2 overall. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, Campo Lindo goes over the hill to meet McClymonds.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for football. '49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By Invisalign, winning smiles start here. Learn more at Invisalign.com. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime broker with Sereno Group. And my husband, Charlie Wiedemeyer, and I are longtime supporters of high school sports.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Sereno Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We head to Oakland now, where the McClymonds Warriors take a 2-0 record into Friday night's game against Campo Lindo. Michael Peters' defense looking strong, giving up just 7 points in their 2 wins.
Campo Lindo is 3-0 with senior quarterback Grant Harper throwing for over 700 yards this season. SMU recruit Mason Mastroff and junior Daniel Wheeler have combined for 5 sacks. Mac and Campo in Oakland Friday night.
Here come the McClymonds Warriors as they host Campo Lindo. McClymonds' first drive of the game ends here as Dran Paul fires outside to Devon Sanders, 12 yards and a touchdown, 7-0 Mac. Campo comes right back. Grant Harper hits Ryan O'Neal, 12 yards and a score, and we're tied at 7-all. Second quarter, O'Neal again a terrific run down to the 1-yard line. Campo punches it in from there to take a 14-7 lead. 21-7 when Gary Alexander Jr. gets the handoff and a tough run for Mac. The Warriors close the gap to 21-13 at the half. But the Warriors control the second half. Alexander Jr. in from 4 yards out. Mac down by 2. They go for 2 and they get it. Paul to Daniel Phoenix, and we're tied at 21-all. Mac driving again, and again it's Alexander Jr. crossing the goal line, 27-21 Mac. Campo looking to come back, but the Mac D comes up big again. Montrell Smith with the pick. Paul looking to put it away, going deep to Devon Sanders, who makes the catch, and he is gone. 64 yards, and McClymonds with an impressive 41-21 win. Big games for Paul and Alexander. The Sacred Heart Prep boys water polo team has a long tradition of success.
The Gators are young this season, but still looking very strong. Before the team's game against rival Menlo this week, the Gators were at the Rikus Center where they met up with Shanberries from 99.7 Now.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 Now, here with the guys of the Sacred Heart Prep water polo team! Yes! You guys are such a powerhouse team. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we just have some amazing coaches and a steady line of players that always are coming in willing to work hard and willing to give it their all in practice every day. And we also have a really great community developed over 10 or 15 years of captains and leaders who are always willing to set an example for the team and show everyone kind of the way to go and how things are done. So new players are always coming in and learning what needs to be done, and then they will eventually become the seniors and the upperclassmen, and they'll pass that tradition of hard work on.
I love that. Griffin, I got to talk to you about section titles. You guys won 8 years in a row. Is this year going to be any different?
No, we're just going to keep up the hard work. You know, although we don't have any seniors this year, we're just going to keep working hard in practice and really embodying this year's kind of spirit, which is what can I give to the team. So we're going to keep that up. We're going to push to work our best, and yeah.
Right on. I think you guys are going to make it again. And now let's end with traditions. Give us some of your team traditions.
So some of our team traditions, we love to go to breakfast after practice, you know, early mornings all together, team bonding. Some other team traditions, we wear our uniforms to school on game days to kind of like show support for the team. Those are some of our favorite traditions.
You guys seem like you are an amazing team. Good luck this year, guys. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning on the morning show, 6 to 10 a.m. And then stick around for the highlights right after this. Give it up for the boys of the Sacred Heart Prep Water Polo team.
Thanks, Shan, and here are the Gators taking on rival Menlo. The Knights off to an early lead. Jack Murad lands a shot from deep, 2-0 Menlo the score after 1. The Gators with possession, Jack Vort finds Will Swart, and Will goes top shelf for SHP's first score. On the other side, Connor Engright to Connor McMitchell. Menlo still holding on to that lead, but SHP down by 1. Vort to Isaac Rodenberg from the 5-meter mark, and we are tied at 4. Third period, Greg Hildebrand to Noah Hausenbold, who skips it home. It's 5-4 Menlo. In the fourth, Swart over the top to Luke Johnson, and Luke bats it in. Wow, what a play. Luke, the Gators with 5 unanswered goals the rest of the way. Luke Weigel gets the ricochet and scores his team-high 3rd goal, and Sacred Heart Prep takes it 10-5 over Menlo. Wyatt Stenson with 13 saves defending the net for the Gators. DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Northgate Broncos. Josie Boswell comes up with a fantastic block, and look how stoked Josie is. If you want to be as happy as the Broncos, go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Regis Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack, and today's training tip is a 3-way hip stabilization exercise. Lauren is going to sit back into her hip and place one foot in front of her. She's then going to take that foot and move it to her right side. Finally, she will place that foot and go behind her. The whole time, she is leaning back into her hip and keeping her knees over her ankles. That is 3-way hip stabilization.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and a ticket to the end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
Our Wesley Boone counts down the contenders, and then he'll announce this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. Welcome to Plays of the Week. Meet Dwayne McDougal. He's McDangerous, somehow stays in bounds. That's play number 4. This list just gets better. Now, we only show these if good things happen. Jasper Rowe, more like Casper the Ghost. Where'd he go? There he is, streaking towards pay dirt. 98 yards, and I'm tired just watching this. We soldier on, leaving the field and heading to the pool. Sacred Heart Prep taking on Menlo. Shot on goal for Sacred Heart Prep. Luke Johnston, can you even do that? Wow, gets the goal on the tip-in, and he's fired up. That brings us to play numero uno. Menlo, Jaden Richardson. Why use 2 hands when one will do Richardson? The slow motion just makes it spicier. That's your top play.